Good morning. My name is Malin, and I do apologize for coming on half hour late. I was with a client this morning, and I got parked in the parking lot. So sometimes things that we can't control, which is amazing. So not amazing, but it's uh, it's one of those things that we just have to sit through, right? Lately I've been we're on a road trip, like I mentioned before, and coming back, I feel that my body really changed. It was a hard time spending all that time in the car. I'm also doing a detox as I'm prepping for surgery that's coming up in a few weeks. And that probably also has to do with how I feel, a little bit tight. I haven't done a lot of back bending in the last few weeks, so today I thought I will really get into the heart openers and the back bends, and I decided to name this in all level or your level. As always, you do what you can. You listen inwards. You see what you want to do, and if there's anything that you feel that doesn't work for you, it doesn't serve you today, this morning, you just let it be. You just move out of the asana, maybe chill in child's pose instead, or do something different that would feel better to you. So I have two blocks. I got a strap and a wheel. You can also use um, maybe a ball, a basketball, if you have one. Otherwise, two blocks would work great too. So I'm going to start in fish pose. I'm just rounding over my wheel, opening up into the heart, closing my eyes, start paying attention to my breath. It feels good to hold on to your elbows, into the shoulders, heart. Exploring different variation in your arms. Inhale, come up and come into a seat. Root your sit bones down. Your hands rest softly onto your knees. Transition to the Ujjayi Pranayama. So see your lips breathing in and out through the nose. Find that light contraction at the back of the throat, keeping the inhale consistent to exhale. And the breath coming Reach the pelvic floor for your mula bandha. Draw the navel to the spine. Open up your eyes. And just take your left foot outside your left hip. Move your calf muscle out of the way. So we're going to take the correct variation. So keep your both sit bones grounded and keep your right foot just to the inner thigh of your left. Take your right hand behind you, left hand onto your, and then inhale. Find that lift through the spine. Exhale, look over the shoulder. Rooting right sit bone down, belly in. Inhale, come back to the center, and then just twist over towards the left. Inhale, come back to the center. Keep your right hand behind you. Lift your hips up. And then reach your left hand up and over. And lower down, take a seat. And then twist over towards the left. Inhale, come through. Lift up. Exhale, take a seat. Twist to the left. One more. Exhale, lower down. Bring your both knees into the chest and then just switch your right foot outside your right knee. You can move the calf muscle. Again, your left foot to the inner thigh. Take your root. That right sit down, sit bone down. And then your right hand to the left knee. You sit up nice and tall. Exhale, look over the shoulder, belly in. Inhale, come back to the center, twist to the right. Inhale. Now come back to the center, hand behind you, lift your hips up. Stay here. Exhale, lower down, twist to the left. Inhale, lift your hips up. Exhale, take a seat, twist to the right. Inhale, left hand behind you, lift your hips. Exhale, lower down. One more time. Exhale, lower down. And then move your way into all fours and into downward facing dog. Tuck your toes, lift your hips. Spread your fingers wide. Heels are reaching down and back, chin to the chest. Lift your kneecaps, rotate your tailbone up and breathe here. Breathing into your hands and your feet. Nod your head, yes. Check it out, no. Lift your heels, walk your feet forward, coming all the way towards the top of the mat. Keep your feet hip width apart. Put the crown of the head to the floor, hands to the elbows, and your head. Release your hands down towards the mat, bend into the knee, rolling, rolling up. Last thing that will come up is your head. Hips are neutral. Toes pointing forward, hip width apart. Palms facing forward. Moving into Surya Namaskar. Inhale, reach your arms up and over, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, hinge at your hips, fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, happy. Exhale, plant your hands, step your feet to plank pose. Lower down, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing down. And breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, lift the heels. Exhale, bend your knees, step your feet forward. Inhale, happy. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise. Exhale, hands by your side. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, fold. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, Urdhva. Exhale, Adho Mukha. Move with intention and love. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, lift the heels, bend your knees, step your feet forward. Inhale, half. Exhale, bow. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Arm reach yourself. Exhale, hands by your side, Samasthiti. Inhale, arm comes up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arm. Exhale, Chaturanga. Urdhva. Exhale, Adho. Inhale, 5. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, lift the heels, bend your knees, step your feet forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, bow. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, hands by your side. One last time, inhale, arm comes up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half. Exhale, Chaturanga. Upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. And breathe 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, heels lift, bend your knees, step your feet forward. Inhale, half. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise. Exhale, hands by your side, Samasthiti. Surya Namaskara. Feet toes together. Bend your knees. Inhale to Utkatasana. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left heel down, right foot forward, knees over the ankle, the toe points forward, right hip back. Inhale, right pops the belly, shift your hips. Exhale, take it down, chaturanga. Upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right heel down, left foot forward, right hip back. Breath takes you up. Virabhadrasana one. Exhale, step it back, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Holding your belly out and breathe here. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, lift your heels, bend your knees, step your feet forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Knee toes together, bend your knees. Inhale, Utkatasana. Samasthiti. Bend your knees, inhale, chair pose. Exhale, fold. Inhale, happy. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Right foot forward. Inhale, rise. Exhale, chaturanga. Upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Left foot forward. Inhale, rise, warrior one. Exhale, chaturanga. Another 5 breaths in down dog. Inhale, lift your heels, bend your knees, step your feet forward. Inhale, half. Exhale, forward. Bend your knees, inhale, Utkatasana. Come to standing, Samasthiti. I'm going to take this one more time. Really focusing on your breath. You will not hear it, I will just say to stretch. Bend the knees, inhale, Utkatasana.
Inhale, lift your heels, bend your knees, step your feet forward. Bend your knees, inhale, Utkatasana. Back to standing. Samasthiti. Take your feet hip width apart, hands to your hips. Lift your chest, exhale, fold forward. Please fingers around your big toes, Pada Discus. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. You feel how you're hollowing out your belly, the crown of the head to the floor, chin to the chest. Use your arms to pull yourself down. And take your tailbone up, legs are engaged. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, hands to your hips. Inhale, rise all the way up. Step your left foot to the back of the mat, coming into warrior two. Arms to the long side of the body. Back foot slightly angled in. Shoulders over your hips. Sit down as deep as you can. Pull your hips together. Relax your shoulder. Close your eyes, taking the first to the third eye. Steady gaze over the middle finger for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Exhale. Take your hand down to your foot if you can. Nothing is a block here. Try to keep your knee to the inside of your shoulder. Get your right hip underneath it. Keep pulling your knees together and then lengthen yourself forward. Alright, pull the low ribs in, left arm up and over. Shift the gaze either under your arm or towards your fingertips. And keep reaching. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Exhale, look down. Inhale, rise all the way up. And then straightening out your front knee one way. Move your back foot in a little bit. Reach forward, pinch up your head. Take your hand down, maybe again towards your ankle. Make sure you're grounding into that right big toe. Lengthening yourself forward. So you want to come up if you feel you're losing integrity. Shoulder blade down, chin away from your chest. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Exhale, look down, bend into the right knee, right hand in front of your right knee. Launching yourself forward, lifting the left foot off the mat. Try to open up that right hip, maybe floating top hand up. Steady gaze. Exhale, look down, and then inhale, come up to the long side of the mat. Bring your arms open wide, hips underneath you. Exhale, hands to the hips, elbows back. Lift your heart, shoot your legs. Exhale, reach up your hips and forward. Keep your hands under your shoulder. Inhale, lengthening yourself forward. And then rock yourself forward. Rotate your tailbone up. Feel how you're lifting your little touch belly in, and now you fold again into the chest. Try to get the crown of the head grounding into earth, pressing into the outer part of the feet. 5, 4, 2, and 1. Take your hands underneath the shoulders, inhale, halfway. Exhale, walk your hands to frame your right foot to the front of the mat. Step your left foot in, square your hips out, hollowing out your belly. Exhale, forward plus one, asana. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, half lift. Take your left hand inside or outside. Your hand can also come to the shin or the top of the foot. Right hand to your hip. Now have the entire palm grounded firmly. Inhale, press into that hand and see that you start twisting to the right. Pull the right hip back. Maybe the hand will float up. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Exhale, hand comes down, frame your foot, get your left foot next to your right and fold forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, hands to the lips. Inhale, take your all the way up. Into Samasthiti. Feet a bit width apart. Again, feel how you're neutralizing your hips. Lower ribs in, take the hands to your hips. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, and check your hips. Now your palms underneath your feet. To get your toes touching your wrists. Inhale, press into the balls of your feet. Try to straighten your elbows if you can. It's okay to have your knees bent. If you can straighten them, you can go ahead. Really feel how you're creating that space in your belly. Exhale, fold. And rotate your tailbone up. Feeling the stretch your lower back, your hamstrings. Rolling your spine. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, hands to your hips. Inhale, rise all the way. Step your right foot to the back of the mat. So you're coming left foot forward. Your arch alignment, and you're to the front. So you're back into the Ardha being. Sit deep down, hips on neutral, arms out. Bring your knees together. And how you're drawing energy from earth. Let it in. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Exhale, hand down to your foot, to the floor, forearm to the thigh, right arm reaches out and over. Again, try to open up the chest, hold the shoulder back. 5, 4, 3, 2, and lift down. Inhale, rise back up. Your other Ardha. Straightening out your front knee. You might want to wiggle your back foot and move it. Reach forward. Keep a long line over the front leg. Wherever your hand lands, right? You're noticing you sort of sloping the right shoulder down and bring it up. You really try to open that right hip. And you find your support. You will try to get into the asana. Bring the hand up through the shoulder blade side, right side of the back. 5, 4, 3, And exhale, look down, right hand to your hip, then your left knee, left foot, hand in front of your left foot, and then launch yourself forward, keeping right foot. Making sure that your right thigh is engaged. And this back to the open leg. Nice and steady. Look down, step your right foot to the back. Or just come into the wrong side. Open up your arms, exhale, interlace your hands behind your back. Roll your shoulders open and pull your hands past your tailbone. Lift your heart. Exhale, fold. And then feel how you're rocking right into the boston, feel the hands up and over the shoulders, legs, not nice and strong. To your chest. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower the hands underneath the shoulders, inhale, halfway. Exhale, walk your hands to frame your left foot, step your right foot in slightly. Square your hips. Lift up, belly in, left hip back and fold. Really feel how you're moving the asana without using force. Inhale, half lift. Take your right hand to the inside and outside of the left hand to your hip. Inhale, lengthen yourself forward and start twisting. Find the full expression. Inhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Exhale, hand comes down, right foot next to your left foot, forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, hands to your hips. Inhale, and exhale. Coming back in to Samasthiti. Inhale, Urdhva Hasana. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, happy. Exhale, plant your hands, step it back, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing down. Exhale, downward facing down. Inhale, right leg lift. Exhale, knee to the chest. Step your foot through between your hands and lower your left knee and the top of the foot down. So from here, just draw the right hip back. Leave your hands where they are. You can take your blocks if you prefer. You can press into the top of the 5 toes on your left foot. You can start lifting up. Take your hands to your knees. Lifting your knees, pressing into the foot. Exhale, lower your knee down, shift it back for half split. Over the front leg. Inhale, shift forward. Plant your hands, tuck the toe, lift the knee, step it back, downward facing. Step your left foot between your hands and lower your right knee on the top of the foot. Again, you can use your blocks here, pressing into the 10 toe or the 5 toes, not 10 on your right. Lifting your knees, shifting the hips forward, drawing left hip back. Push the knees down. Lower it down and then shift it back for husband. Inhale, shift forward, plant your hands, step it back and downward. Take your right foot between your hands. Lower your knee down and the top of the foot. Exhale, shift it back, past it. So from here, you can start sliding your foot forward. You can put a block underneath your right thigh if you like. You can stay in half split. Try to roll. And then look to the last. You try to close that grip, making sure the foot comes straight out of the hip. Lift our heart a little bit. Stay for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then exhale, fold over the leg. Or you stay in half split. And you slowly, gently start coming up. Slide your foot back, tuck your toes, step it back, downward facing dog. Left foot steps between your hands, lower your knee down. Exhale, shift it back. Again, you start sliding forward. Roll the way down. Roll your hip a little bit to the right. Lift your chest. Exhale, start folding forward again. Inhale, come all the way up. Tuck your toes. Slide your foot back, step it back, down. Take a breath in through the nose. With the mouth, knees. Take a moment. We're meant to check in. Check in to see where you are in your physical body. Paying attention. And you slowly, methodically, opening up. Your heart, mind is calming with the breath. Inhale, right leg. Exhale into the chest. Step your foot through between your hands. Inhale, rise up. Ashtanga knees over the ankle. If you reach your heels back, lift through the heart and then reach back. Chin from the chest. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Reach forward and then launch yourself forward. Warrior 3. Keep your hips square. Reaching 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, reel left knee into the chest. Either hand to your knee, and your left right hand outside your left foot. Extend your foot out and then twist open. Left hand back. You can also press your hand into the balls of feet, but walk your hip down. Your gaze nice and slow. Inhale, come back to center, let go of your foot. Slide your foot slightly, nice and slow back to warrior 3. Exhale, take your hands down. Stay in this prep for warrior 3. Take your left hand out, and then either right hand to the hip or float the top hand out, Ardha, revolved Ardha Shavasana. Exhale, hand comes down. So either here you've got an option to take a vinyasa out of this. You can take a standing split, and you can go and rest in child's pose, or you will take 5 breaths in your handstand. Adho Mukha Vipassana. Take your time. Step back to chaturanga. Everyone rest in child's pose. Your hips to your heels. Walk your hands forward, heart moving towards the earth. Take this time to find rest and peace. Inhale, come up to all fours. Hands under the shoulders, the knees are under the hips. Rotate your tailbone out, walk your hands forward, coming into puppet pose. Sink your heart down, look between your hands, try to close the gap. You can stay here. If your heart is touching the floor, and you look between your hands, you can touch your toes and make your kiss. Lower your knees down, walk your hands back, Shift it back to child's pose one more time. Then return to your downward facing dog. Show your breathing. If you left foot between your hands, inhale, rise up. Ashtanga. Stay low into the front knee, hips are neutral, arm reaches up. And find that lift through the heart. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Reach forward, launch yourself forward, warrior 3, hips are squared. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, come all the way up, one-legged Tadasana. Either left hand to the knee or outer part of your foot. And put your right hand back, extend your foot out. Inhale, come forward, return to warrior 3. Move the shoulders back. So squared, belly in. Exhale, hand comes down to the mat. Left hand to the hips. Start twisting to the left. Floating that top hand up. Exhale, hand comes down, and again, step it back to your chaturanga, or you will take it into your Adho Mukha Vrksasana. Really good on the other side. And return to your child's pose for a moment. And come up to full force. If you have the blocks, grab them. You can use books as well. Take the blocks in front of you. You're going to, almost like we did in the puppet pose, we're going to take our elbows onto the blocks, palms together, and then sink the heart towards earth, or it come down. And take your hands between your shoulder blades. You're getting that good stretch into the triceps. Your heart, your shoulders, belly in. And slowly down here. I'll make it way out. And return to your downward facing dog. Inhale, your right leg. Exhale, move to the chest. Step your foot through between your hands. Lower your left knee and the top of the foot down. Inhale, bring your arms up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Hook left elbow outside your right knee. Right, so you can keep your hands at prayer. You can take your left hand down. You can tuck your toe, lift your knee. You can spin your heel down. In Pavita Prasarpanasana, reaching hand forward. Exhale, look down. Step it back to plank. Lower down, chaturanga. Upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left foot between your hands. Right knee comes down. Inhale, rise. Exhale, hook your right elbow. So either hand stays at prayer. You can stay here. You can come up into a high lunge. You can tuck your toe. You can stay here. Whatever you get. Other side. Exhale, take your hands down. Bring your foot. Steps to plank. Lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Jump your feet through to a seat. You're going to take your right foot outside, your right. Move your calf muscle, so you can move a little bit to the left. Take the calf muscle and move it out of the way. Make sure both sit bones are grounded. Try to close the gap if you can between your thighs. Knee points forward, hands behind your hips. Inhale, lift, and do your top. Lower down. You keep going. You find your spot where you need to be. Try to, you can even put hands onto the right hip. Try to ground it down, even the knee down. If it helps, you can put your left foot on top of your right like this. You can bring your knee to the chest. Then release, let it go. Step it back to plank. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, jump through. Left foot outside your left foot. Move the calf muscle to the side. Like a pad both, sit bones grounded. And your knee lift up and tuck it all down. Keep going. Another variation, you check. Maybe the foot on top. Keep breathing. Keep the mind present. And fast as you're coming up. So you can come back to the sensations you're feeling. Back to the bandhas. Inhale slowly, gently come up. Let's step it back, plank pose, lower down, chaturanga. Lower down onto your forearms, go down, facing dog B. Forearm stays parallel. And press into the forearms, hips are reaching back, up to the floor. And then staying here, or maybe taking it up into push-up. Use the wall, moving your feet up. Down. You need to try to turn to your downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your heels. Exhale, bend your knees, jump into your seat. Scoot yourself forward, bend your knees. Keeping your arms at the long side of the body. And slowly you start rolling down. First one, second one, Ashtanga. Feet are really close to your hips. Close up looking forward. And feel how you're rotating the thighs inwards. Inhale, lift your hips up. So you're going to stay here. Maybe you're just holding on to the heels. Maybe you're shimmy your shoulder underneath you. Interlace your hands. And then press the pinkies down to the mat with the knuckles to the feet. Lift your hips nice and high. And exhale, roll down. You're welcome to stay with that variation for all sets. Coming through, you can keep going block. If you want more of a supportive back bend. We are going deeper and deeper into the step bends. Alright, so take your hands in line with your ears, fingertips are pointing towards the ears. And then inhale, lift your hips up, coming into Urdhva Danasana, number 1, 5 breaths. That's into the hands, fingertips, and up. The chin, lower down. Number 2. Press up. With your chin, lower down. You can stay with another 2 of those, or you can check this out. I'm going to press up, and I'm going to come to the crown of my head. I'm going to interlace, I'm going to cradle the back of my head, just like we do when we do a headstand. And then I'm going to walk my feet forward in the same stretch. I'm going to move back on the back. Keeping my feet on the mat. I press down, take the crown of the head down, interlacing my hands. Walk my feet forward, maybe the feet touch. Right press up, lifting my head up. Back down. Maybe press up. Another over. Come all the way down. Release into the chest. Activate the pulse. Release into the chest, arms out wide, exhale, knees either to the right. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, over to the other side. Inhale, come back to center. Rock yourself up, and then step back in to the plank pose. Lower down, shut up. Inhale, right leg. Exhale, knee to the chest, step your foot through. Keep your shin thighs, sit bone comes down. Kapara, Rasha Kapotasana breath. Close the gap again. And start taking your heart down, moving up to the deep poses. Slowly, gently. You can stay there, or you can come up. Right? A couple of options here. I have strap, I got chalk. Right? So if I'm playing, right, you bend your knee, you need to reach for the top of the foot. So either you just bring your foot in, and that good stretch. You can keep the support with your right hand. You bring your hand up, like your fingers. You can use your strap, my back shoulder. I strap around your foot, and here we go with the grip. Release, you let it go. Tuck your toes, lift your hips up. And exhale, down. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, knee to the chest, hip your shin, thighs, sit bone comes down. Sit up tall again. Go a little bit to the right. And you're coming forward. This is Ekapara Rasha Kapotasana. Breathe into the hip. And come all the way up. So whatever variation you took, right, you can stay. Right, you can use your strap. Cycle. Inhale, left leg up and back. Inhale, lower it down. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale into the chest, step your foot through, and then lower your knee down. So here it comes a very advanced, right? You can shift in and again to your Hanuman, half Hanuman. You can bend your knee, and that might be enough. You do the same thing. Release, you let it go. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, take your foot down. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, knee to the chest, step it through. right through to your Hanuman or half split, right? You can also just come stay in the lunge position and then zoom in. And here it comes again, going for the back bend. And then release, let it go. Tuck your toes. Now walk your feet forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, hands to your hips. Inhale, rise all the way up. Here is the heart. Right. So we practice so much, so why would we not do that Trandasana? Let's start with the right foot balancing. Again, you can use your strap here. You can take the foot to the inside and reach forward, press in. That's plenty. If you know how to flip your grip or use the strap, you can go ahead. Release, let it go. Whew. Take a moment to center on the other side. So you're just bending your right knee, hold on to the other side, and then press in. If you know how to flip your grip, you can use the strap. And let it go. Inhale, reach your arms up and over. Exhale, fold. Inhale, exhale, plant your hands, step your feet to plank pose. Lower down, shoulder one back. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. And then jump through to the seat. Bring your right knee to the chest, step it over. Bend your left knee. Plant both sit bones down. Ardha Matsyendrasana, right hand behind you. Inhale, left arm. Exhale, hold your elbow. Sit up tall. Exhale, twist up over the shoulder. You can also take your right hand to your right arch. And grab your hand into the side. Hold on to the hand. Inhale, come back to center, and then let it go. Send both feet out, left knee to the chest, and then step it over. And your right knee, both hip bones are grounded. Any variation you took on the other side, variation. And come back to center, and then release, extend both feet out in front of you. Keep your feet for the cart, come to the front side of the sit bone. Exhale, fold. Pushing in. And we'll come all the way up into the chest. Bring the soles of the feet together, knees out wide. Sit up tall, exhale full. Anakonasana. And come all the way up. Bring your knees into the chest. Bring your arms to the long side of the body. And then slowly, gently, but rolling down. Bring your knees into the chest. Extend your feet out long. And then arms to the long side of the body. Breath into the nose. Open mindfulness. And stillness. And calmness. Take it left. Surround you with this feeling with us. As we walk in into the root. Hands to your heart, to your chest. Namaste. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. You did it.